Hi, I'm Miss Thomas, one of the art teachers at Crowders Creek Elementary School. In this lesson, we're going to be creating texture monsters. A texture is the way something feels to the touch or looks to the eye. Words like rough, silky, shiny, dull help someone describe texture. An artist shows texture to accomplish the same goal. So here's some examples of some texture monsters that we're going to be creating. Okay, so to get started making our textures monsters. So I'm going to make my monster take up my whole paper. So first of all, I'm going to start by just drawing it with a black marker. So you can make some horns. I'm making some horns. You can make some antennas. Whatever kind of details you want to add to your monster. Be as creative as you want. So I'm making this one with 2 eyes. You could see from one of my other examples I showed in the beginning, I made one with 1 eye. Maybe you want to make one with 6 eyes. So be creative, make your monster your own. I'm giving it a nose, a mouth. Squiggly mouth. Is your monster happy? Is he sad? What does your mouth do when you have those different emotions? So think about that kind of stuff and what kind of details you can add to your monster. Okay, so after you've drawn your monster with a marker, you're going to make your monster have some texture to it, is what we're looking at. So you can take some kind of rough surface. So I'm taking this like table runner, something that I put down on my kitchen table. So I'm going to put that down on the table, and I'm going to take the paper off of a small piece of crayon. Usually everyone has a broken piece of crayon. And then I'm going to put the crayon on the side, holding my paper with one hand so it doesn't move, and just slowly going over my texture with my piece of paper over my texture, and I'm going to rub with the side of my crayon all over my monster, and that's going to give my monster a texture. The texture is going to come onto my piece of paper, and you're going to be able to see that texture. That's my like table runner, kind of like a placemat. And you can think of some other things like the backside of a carpet, a piece of fabric. Maybe you take it outside and rub it on put your piece of paper on the concrete or cement. You can rub it somewhere like that. Okay, after you're done doing that, you can, you've given your monster now some texture. So you can be finished with it, or you can add a little bit more detail. So what I'm doing is when you've done something with crayon and you go over it with paint, it makes like a resist. So you will be able to see that color through, plus I'm doing a lighter color over the top. I did my crayon with blue, and now I'm going over it with yellow, so I can still see that texture that I made my texture monster with. Okay, so I'm going over it with paint. If you wanted to give it a little bit more color, your monster, you could go over it with a lighter color, like I could go over it with a lighter color yellow crayon. If all I have is crayons at home, that's fine. That's no big deal if that's all you have. Or if you have some markers, if you want to add a little bit more detail, maybe you want to make something in the background with your monster. You can make some other kind of detail, adding some color to the horns or antennas or whatever details that you add to your monster. Make it nice and bright and colorful, however you want to create your monster. Okay? And you can see I'm just going over mine with the yellow. Okay, and I'm just going to be adding a little bit more color, coloring the nose and the eyes, the eyelids, and then giving his horns some color to it just to make it more bright and colorful. And you add the colors how you want. Okay, I would love to see what you guys create, so please send me an email with what you create, and I'd love to hear from you. Bye.